This tutorial is perfect for people who are already pretty familiar and confident with putting together a dialogue, whether it's a simple or more complex one. So we'll start by opening up Visual Dialogue. Now my login details are already there. And we'll open up a sample dialogue, something that might be similar to something that you're working on at the moment. So this particular dialogue, because it's a sample, doesn't have any execute options attached to the operation types, and it's got email, SMS, and letters. So we'll zoom out so you can see the whole lot. So as you can see, this one is looking pretty messy, and although it will work, if you're going to have other people viewing your dialogue, you want it to look a bit better and easier to understand. So an easy to grasp dialogue is one that is tight, well aligned, and also has really neat branches, plus some comments and color coded would look good as well. So first thing we'll do is to make sure that any changes that we do to the formatting are snapped to grid. So to do that, we'll go up to the Options tab, and along this ribbon we'll check this box, Snap to Grid, which now means that anytime you move anything, it will snap along these dotted lines. So next we will tighten this up a bit. At the moment, even scrolled out, zoomed out, you need to scroll down to look at the whole dialogue. So let's just move everything up a bit. Easy way to do that is to just Control A, click Control A to select everything, and then if you hold your finger down on the Shift key and click the mouse on any groups you don't want to select, you can unselect them. So we'll just move all of these up. And I'll do Okay, now that's a bit tighter, it's a bit more compressed. Now we can align the customer groups. So all of these rectangles here are all the customer groups. An easy way to do that is to select the groups, start at the top, all customers. If you click on the top one, hold your finger down on the Shift key, click on this and that, head to the Design tab, the Position button, and click Align Horizontal Centers. That'll get them all in line there. You can also tighten that up a little bit more. You can do the same thing here as well. So hold the Shift key down, holding that one there, Align Horizontal Centers. Now you can see this is a bit uneven, so I'll move this over just a bit more to give it some space. And we'll zoom in and start aligning all of these customer groups. So start here, click on that, hold your finger down on the Shift key, that one, and that one. Align horizontal centers. You can move this over here. Now what you can do, another way to do this is while this member group, or this customer group, sorry, is selected, you can select this customer group as well, position, and you can align right edges, so that'll move the bottom group over to where the top group is. And then again with your finger down on the Shift key, select the operation and align horizontal centers. Do the same here. Aligning left edges now, and aligning horizontal centers. You can also move these up. Might move them up a bit. And now you can select the operation types, make them a bit neater, align tops. So that will align the second two with the email operation up. Go, it's looking a bit neater. We'll do the same. Oh, we'll keep going with this side actually. What I'll do is I'll move these select these groups, move them over. Don't worry too much about this branch here, we're going to move that soon. Okay, so let's align these. To sometimes leave a little bit of a gap in the middle here just to space things out a little bit, and it's also a good spot that you can put in some comment or post-it notes to give a bit more description to the dialogue. Okay, so that looks a bit neater already. Now we can straighten up those connecting branches. So it does not look too good to have any of these branches cut through other member groups, so we'll tidy them up a bit now. Let's zoom in again. Okay, let's start with this one here. So the way that you can move or edit or format the branches is by selecting it. So click once on that. Now that it's blue, you can click and drag from any point on the line to create a new anchor point. So first I'll create an anchor point that goes straight down. Let me move that up a little bit. Next I will put one here. Okay, so that's just moved it. Here we go. So it looks more aligned with this one. And next we'll move this one so it can go around here. What I might do is actually move this down just a little bit. Here we go, select that. Click on the line to create an anchor point. Go down, tighten it a little bit more. Another anchor point over here. Now you can also change where the arrow that goes into a customer group touches the customer group. So this one is at the top, but it would look neater if it came in at the side, like that. Now we can straighten these up a bit. It's getting a little bit cramped, so although I said tighten it, we might just move these groups down a little bit. There we go. So sometimes it does get a little bit fiddly, but it is well worth it in the end to have a much neater looking dialogue. It just makes it so much easier for other people who have to view it as well. Okay, so Let's tidy up this one again. Okay, now we can tidy up this side as well. This. Oops. Now if you've accidentally, like I just did then, clicked on the line and accidentally created an anchor point that you don't want, you can either just click Control Z to undo, or you can right click the arrow and just say straighten line, and that'll take it back to just having the two anchor points, the first one and the end one. So I just want to move this one to the side, just to make it a little bit more symmetrical. Okay, so now our dialogue is looking a lot better. It's still a really busy dialogue, but now it's a lot easier for you and anybody else that needs to look at it to understand the flow of the dialogue. So let's now add some color to each of the customer groups. Okay, let's start with these two up the top. Again, you want to select multiple groups. Hold down the Shift key, select that. To change the color, you just need to click down on the right mouse button, mouse key. Background color. Make this one yellow. Oh, sorry. Background color. Yellow. Why didn't that work? There we go. Now we've got two very distinct groups here, so I think we'll keep pretty similar colors on each side, but just make them different shades for each particular branch. So let's go for purple on this side. Okay, so let's zoom out and have a quick look at that. Looking much nicer. So now that you've aligned it, made it tight, fixed up the branches, added some color, you've also got the option of putting in some comments. So the comments are great for people who might not know how to use visual dialogue but will need to understand several components in a particular campaign. So that might be frontline staff or top managers. So we'll go ahead and start adding some comments. Over here in your toolbox, you'll click and drag a comment over to where you want it. You can also just select it and click somewhere that you like. Get rid of that one. You can resize it how you like. So just let's zoom in. Enter information about the campaign here. You could put information like who's being selected, such as eligible customers, how often the campaign, dialogue is run, etc. You can also put another comment down here. This could give some more details about the communication that is sent to the customers. So customers are sent an email, SMS or letter, depending on their preference. Then you could give some extra explanation to all of these branches that go back around from email bounced. So put a comment down here, something like bounced emails will be redirected to a customer group that receives a letter. Once you put in execution modes, or when you say when to execute something, then you could give some more information in those comments there as well. Down here we could put maybe 7 days from communication the customer falls into the call queue. Okay, you could again make these comments a bit neater. That one's alright. You can also edit them if you like. If you click on them once and hover over, you can change the color of the text. You can even change the background color of the comment. I'll keep it yellow, but you can center the text if you like. Center. Last one. Center. Okay, let's zoom out and have a look. Okay, there it is, your new and improved, neatly formatted dialogue.